Okay, I watched the new Netflix movie directed by Anna Kendrick called Woman of the Hour. And this is a true story, sort of a serial killer named Rodney Alcala, and played by Daniel Zovatto. And he travels around. He's kind of like a slick charmer, seducing women and assaulting and killing them. And then there are these like standalone stories of him with in like wildly different circumstances. And then there's this other storyline that's like half the movie is Cheryl Bradshaw, which is played by Anna Kendrick, and she's an aspiring actress who goes on the dating game to get her face out there. And on that show, she meets the serial killer Rodney Alcala, and it's not the kind of thing that you would think of when you think Anna Kendrick, like making her directorial debut, but it's intriguing. It's like I was thinking of like when Jason Bateman made his directorial debut with Bad Words. It's like it's a movie that could have been directed by anyone, but it showed that he actually knew what he was doing with the camera. Because Anna Kendrick's direction is actually pretty good in this. The screenplay just never really makes it known like why the movie's actually getting made. And Kendrick is great in the movie as well. Zovatto is like creepy, but he's like playing a disarming, seducing type. So I don't know why he was cast as that role. And it has the kind of oddball true story beats that totally fit a streaming release. Like this would have been like dead at the theater. Nobody ever would have seen this if it came to the theater. So it makes sense it's going on Netflix. And serial killer movies in 2024, they're going to be compared to Strange Darling. It's not Strange Darling, and it struggles to like find a purpose, especially why the Kendrick character is even getting her own storyline when there was a more significant character that could have gotten that time. It's not really cinematic. It has the 70s aesthetic, I guess, like down because it takes place in like the late 70s, and it's middle of the road entertainment basically. Dark. It's got a dark premise, but I don't know. It's hard to see anyone not liking it necessarily for some reasons, but it's messy and it fades pretty quickly. I'm at like 2.5 stars. I was at 3 stars for a while just because it was a genuinely interesting story until I realized that it wasn't going to get any better, and then so I had to drop it down.
All right.
I think this was a Toronto premiere last year, so I think just finally getting its run.
Wow. So it's been around a while.
This has been on my list for a while. I got really good reviews coming out of the festivals, and I'm always intrigued. You're right, Todd. When an actor makes their directorial debut, it's someone that, especially that we like. I mean, we've all been fans of Anna Kendrick for a while. And of course, Tony Hale. We love Tony Hale. I mean, he's a friend of the podcast as well.
Yeah, he's the host of the dating game.
Yes. Have you ever watched The Dating Game? Wait, well, and then my other question was, how would you compare this movie to Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, which is the ultimate movie about the dating game, right?
Well, that one is a lot more focused of a narrative. This one, there's way too much like back and forth between like the killer and then the Cheryl story. But yeah, I mean that's like a genuinely great movie, and that was Clooney's directorial debut, correct?
Yeah, I didn't even make that connection. You're absolutely right. I just like the idea of like the public persona on the friendly populist game show, but then masking something a lot more sinister, which is a great element in Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Right.